What's up, dog? Assassin's Creed Nexus VR is finally released. It's only on MetaQuest, which is some bullshit. However, it is very true that this game would very much likely not exist if Meta didn't pump millions of dollars into this motherfucker. But anyways, this is a fully fledged AAA VR game. This is extremely rare. Sort of like if Zucky Poo made a video and didn't say the word metaverse or make it look like corporate fucking garbage. That's how rare it is. I mean, like 15 plus hours, and it actually has so much to explore and see and do. It is a freaking unicorn. So basically, if you've never played an Assassin's Creed game like myself, basically this game is where you complete missions in various beautiful locations while parkouring, assassinating, and engaging in honestly infuriatingly boring combat. Anyways, we'll get into that later. For me, it took me around 11 hours, but I was pushing through really fast because I didn't get, I'm not a YouTuber, I don't got no early keys, so I want to make this review early enough so that some people who are on the fence can watch it. So I kind of pushed through it really quickly in about, I think 11 hours, 12 hours. If you're really playing it like a real human being, it's probably like 15 to 20 hours. It is crazy big. It impressed me how long it was. This is an extremely cinematic feeling, not only experience, but also a game. It was sort of surreal, like walking through ancient Greece and seeing all these architecture stuff come to life and the people walking around wearing what they'd wear. The music, the transitions, the visuals, the graphics, it all comes in together. It's very well polished. There's a lot of attention to detail in that respect. Now, I'm saying that there's polish on mostly everything, but there's not like intricate polish. There's some like ridiculous things that happen that you see that could be easily fixed. I don't know if because they don't have enough time or what it is, but there's like sometimes in a cutscene the guy you're talking to has his hand through a candle or his mouth isn't moving or something weird. There's lots of polish all around, but there's not a lot of intricate polish in places you probably want to see. Now, another cool thing is the scale of things. The worlds are incredibly impressively big. Not gigahongomorous, but they're very big. And there's very little loading times, only when you need to go into a small space or something like that. You can tell the level designers really got to rub their nuts and do whatever they want to do. That is where you'll see intricate detail, especially on something like a Meta Quest. What the heck? There's so much detail everywhere. The environments are super, super fun to explore and just take in the view. The graphics, I just can't believe it's running on this device. Now, we ain't talking Red Matter 2 type graphics, but it's quite getting there. And I'd say the scale of things combined with the graphics, I'd say is on par, but maybe even a little bit more impressive than Red Matter 2. Let's talk about the actual goddamn gameplay. The two funnest parts for me were the parkouring and the assassinating. The parkour feels really good, and you can tell it's supposed to feel even better if for some damn reason you couldn't grab things half the time. Sometimes when you jump, it just goes weird. But anyways, I'm talking about it in a bad sense. It's really, really cool. Almost any surface that looks like it can kind of be grabbed, go ahead and grab that piece of shit, because you can grab almost anything you see, and you can climb it, and that usually it takes you up to some place that you can start parkouring from. There's so many places to parkour from. You can tell there's a huge focus on parkour, even more than combat, I'd say. Now, the other part is assassinating. It's really good. You'd really hope so in a game called Assassin's Creed. And sort of scouting out where all the soldiers are, getting real low, trying to get past them, going behind them, hiding inside of haystacks, climbing up where they can't see you above, and then man, when you gotta assassinate them, it's really fun. You can do some crazy ninja shit, like jump from the sky and stab a bitch while you're flying down, dude. You can go from behind with your hidden blade and give them a bit of a poke. You can take a rock and smash it over their head. You can use your smoke bombs. You can use your bow and arrow. You can use your throwing knives. You can use your crossbow. Depends on which guy you're doing, but there's so many things at your disposal. There's many ways to kill a man. Now, let's say if you do get caught, and then now you have to do a bit of a chore. This is the combat. The combat sucks premium ass. Every time I have to fight someone hand-on-hand combat, and they see my ass, it's no good. It's a game of slash, wait, block, slash, wait, block, slash. It's awful. Sometimes you'd be standing there for a long time waiting for them to hit you so you can hit them back. I'm not sure what they could have done to improve it. I don't know. Look at other games, but this is not it. I loathed all the parts where I have to fight someone man on man. So instead, whenever there's a combat scene, I learned that I can just use my throwables to instantly kill them or kill them really quickly. Also, it's important to mention the freedom you have in the game. It truly is, you pick what you want to do. In a situation, you can do it stealthily or you can go in all a Rambo. You had so many different options as to what you can do. Basically, you can pick a lock, so you don't need to grab a key, but you can also steal the key from the guard without killing him by pickpocketing him, then unlocking the thing you need to do. Or you could kill him and use the key to unlock, or you could kill everyone and get the key and unlock. There's many options for you to do something. And that's what makes it really, really cool, because you pick what you want to do. Also, all the different kinds of missions are awesome, like eavesdropping, or following a target to a certain goal, or eliminating people, or getting something like an extraction. There's just so many different mission types, and it's constantly mixing it about and giving you something new. So it's constantly engaging and fun to keep going. Some of you might be wondering, hey, how the hell they make it look so good on the Quest? That shit shouldn't be running on there. And I agree, it shouldn't be, because it runs at 45 frames a fucking second. Constantly 45 frames a second, but they use reprojection to make it look like a higher frame rate. It's called application space warp, something like that. Asynchronous space warp is for PC. This is app space warp, which is different because I don't know. You'll be seeing reprojection. It won't stop. It just keeps going. However, this is a trade-off that I find perfectly okay. For me, the reprojection wasn't so bad, maybe because I'm used to it, but the improved graphics and how everything looks, I'd say it's a good trade-off, but that is a negative you need to be aware about. It does not run 72 or 90 frames per second. It runs 45, reprojected to 72 or something like that. The story is serviceable. I'd say it's a little bit better than a Resident Evil story. It was sort of boring. I didn't really care for it at all. I didn't really pay attention, but it was kind of cool at some points. The story is serviceable. It does what it needs to do, but it's not anything exhilarating or fun to follow. At least for me, it's all right. It does what it needs to do. When you use your hidden blade, it's just random, whatever part of the body goes into and wherever the guy teleports to. Like you stab someone and your hand goes all the way through them and you teleport through them, or you jump from above and you stab them and your hand just disappears somewhere different and there or somewhere else. It's not satisfying to stab half the time. I say even more than half the time. I want to see the blade go in and we shove it back out. But I don't see that. The inventory is kind of doesn't exist. There's no inventory that you can access. When you have to give something to someone, all you do is you put your hand near them and you pull the grip and then it makes the thing appear in your hand and you give it to them. I mean, it's kind of just stupid. There is like a physical inventory where you grab your weapons and stuff out of, but there's no place to put like the key items or things you're moving around. And so I guess it's not sort of needed, but it would have been cool to have some sort of an inventory that you could sort of sift through and try to find the stuff you're trying to use. That would have been cool. Also, the puzzles are very stupid. There's probably 2 puzzles that made me think for a few seconds or were just so obvious I just didn't realize it, and I realized it later on. So I wish there was more challenging puzzles, but whatever, man. It's mostly an action game, so I can understand the puzzles being a little bit dumbed down. There you have it. That's what I think of Assassin's Creed Nexus VR. I'll give the Assassination game an 8 out of 10. It's sort of an iffy 8, but it's an 8. There's some polishing you need a little here, and there's some tweaking you need there, but overall it's a very long and exciting and fun and exhilarating and sneaky little video game. I enjoyed it a lot, and I at this moment I kind of want to run back and play on it some more, but I gotta edit this damn video, and so that's my life. And a tweedledoo, tweedledum to you.